We have a guest visiting in our home and studio here in Muleshoe today from Poland. And Kelly Kettner, who lives here in Muleshoe, is going to tell us how he got here. Kelly, you are the host family, you and Deborah and your 3 sons. So how did you arrange from a stranger from Poland to come to Muleshoe for quite a few weeks to live in your home?
Well, that was real easy. We had my professor that leads our TAL program that I'm in called me in mid-April, and he told me that he was going to be hosting these young farmers. There's actually 10 of them that are over here from Poland, and they're scattered throughout Texas. And then he also took 10 kids from Texas over to Poland, and he asked me if I would be interested, and Deborah and I talked it over and thought about it and thought it'd be a very good experience for all of us and my family, and so we agreed to do it, and that's kind of how it came about.
And has it been a good experience?
Yes, it has. I've really learned a lot. It's really opened my eyes to, other cultures and other foreign countries and the ideas that they have, and I've kind of learned that even though we're an ocean apart, we have a lot of similar thoughts and attitudes, and it's amazing how similar the United States is to Europe.
Well, that's very interesting. Now, your professor in TAL, what is his name?
His name is Dr. Jim Zerkwitz.
And I'm sure he's in the agriculture department, right?
Yes, he is a professor at Texas A&M. He is the leader of this TAL program, which is a branch of the Extension, Texas A&M Extension.
What does TAL stand for?
TAL stands for Texas Agricultural Lifetime Leadership.
And you're in that program right now. You've completed a year and you have another year to go, right?
Yes, that's correct. We're about halfway through the program right now, and we will finish up next April with the trip to Brazil.
And so you have one of the 10 young farmers. I guess they're all farmers, right?
Yes, I think that's correct. Or it may not be farmer, but they are pursuing careers in agriculture.
In the agriculture area. And so who were you teamed with here visiting from Poland?
My guest is Daniel Lesien.
And Daniel, we're so glad to have you in Muleshoe. How long have you been here?
Hello, I come here to Muleshoe it was about 11 June, and before I spent 1 week in College Station, and we visited there Texas A&M University.
And so did you stay on the campus or in a motel or with a family?
Yeah, so first 5 days we spent in a hotel, and later we visit our host families. My host family is Deborah and Kelly Kettner, and I feel here very good, and I am lucky that I spend my time with so nice family.
Well, you are very, very fortunate, aren't you? And so now in Poland, where do you live specifically?
I live close to city Kalisz. Is the oldest city in Poland, and it's center of Poland. So I have own farm about 240 acres, and me and my family, we cultivate there cabbage, green cucumbers, winter wheat, and corn.
Okay, now corn, winter wheat, cucumbers, and cabbage. Oh, you said, what'd you say, green cucumbers?
Yeah, so I need this cucumbers and this cabbage because we have also our own company.
Own company.
Yeah, the name of this company is Stan.
Now wait, the name of the company is Stan?
Stan. Yeah, so my father is Stanley and mom is Anna. So together is Stan Company.
I see,
Yeah.
And so that puts your mom and dad together there. Yeah. Does mom work in the company?
Yeah, correct. So my mother is, with father they are together owners, but My father work more with plants, and my mother is
the plant.
with plant. And my mother work more as a manager, so as seller our products.
I see.
And
So, what product do you manufacture? Let's say
we produce sauerkraut, pickled cucumbers, and we packing it in plastic bags, so 1 pound, 2 pounds inside, and we sell it later to the biggest shop networks in Poland and in actually for whole Europe, to Great Britain, to Germany, to Belarus, Russia.
but not in America. We can't buy it here.
Not yet, but I hope that next year you can do it.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
So now let me be sure I understand this. It's sauerkraut and it's packaged in
Plastic bags.
Is it sort of like a Ziploc bag?
It's vacuum. It's vacuum bag.
Vacuum,
Yeah, it's vacuum bag.
And so do you find it in what we would call a grocery store?
Yes, so mostly I sell it to grocery store, but grocery store which are in networks, so something like Walmart. Yeah.
Yes. And so now, besides the sauerkraut, what was the pickles?
The pickled cucumbers, yes. These are cucumbers in with spices, water and salt. We don't use any preservative.
No preservative. What about in the sauerkraut? Preservatives?
It depends how long determined to, so best before you need it. When to 6 months I can guarantee that we don't have to use preservative, but I know companies who won't get, for example, 1 year the date best before, and so it's impossible to do it without preservative in these vacuum plastic bags.
Okay, so now that's the pickles and the that are the cucumbers. The cabbage becomes the sauerkraut.
Yeah.
Now, what about the corn?
So the corn we produce for only for rotation on the fields.
Oh, I see. Well,
Yeah.
that's good, isn't it, Kelly?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a very good method. Okay, now, Kelly is a pumpkin man. And so, how have you enjoyed seeing his production here in the Muleshoe area?
Yes, so I am very surprised because the farming in Muleshoe and in Texas, it looks similar like in Europe, in Poland, but it's not the same. So everything is different.
So, what are the big, similar but different?
Yeah.
So, what are the big differences?
The most important, weather.
The weather.
Yeah, the weather. And for example, here most people don't use plowing too often. Yes, you use more chemical protection, and you leave all the rest on the fields. So in Europe we plowing it majority. Yeah, fast always.
And so, have you learned anything from Kelly that you can take back to use in Poland in your farming operation?
Yeah, I think yes. So how to farming better my corn.
Good.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And so, season-wise, when do you plant, say, the cabbage?
The cabbage we plant it's end of April or start of May. So in this time, and in similar time we plant it cucumbers.
Same time.
Yeah,
So,
in similar time. Yeah.
sort of.
Yeah.
So now, when do you harvest the cabbage and the cucumbers?
It started so the first cabbage harvest it started in September, and we do it fast to first days of December. Later, we don't do it because it's too cold. It's freeze.
Sure.
And we don't do it.
How cold does it get in Poland?
It depends. It's not, always the same, but it depends.
But the average?
Average is about 2 to minus 10 Celsius degrees. And
so, what do you think about our weather here?
Yeah, I like it, but the first day when I come here to Muleshoe and Kelly Kettner learn me about farming in Texas, I wasn't sure that I could understand what is he talking because it was strange for me. And strange that you live, you don't plowing here, you live on the field the rest of plants, and that the sand can be so dangerous for plants. So this everything was big surprising for me, and on the first day actually I don't understand good, so what is the most important in Texas farming, but later he teach me everything, and now I know how it looks. Yeah.
So what the pumpkins per se, where are they in their production right now? Can you see, is there a pumpkin at all that you can see out on the vine?
Well, currently, no, you cannot. We are just entering the peak bloom, or not even peak bloom. We're just starting to bloom. On those pumpkins, because it takes only about 30 days from the time it blooms to make a mature fruit. And what we're trying to do is have the pumpkins ready by the middle of September.
Sure.
Because if we have them ready in August, nobody wants a pumpkin. It's too hot. So we
want watermelon.
Right. So we want them ready in September. If they're ready in August, by the time people want them, they're going to be rotten and no good anymore. Yeah. So they're just starting to bloom right now, because we're here in the middle of July, and they're going to be really entering their heavy growth period and peak bloom period within the next 2 weeks. And that's what we're shooting for. So they're really just now starting to grow good.
And so Daniel got here June 11th, right, Daniel? 11th of June.
Yes.
Was
yes, that's right.
Okay, so had you planted?
As a matter of fact, I stagger my plantings because we don't want them all ready the same day. And I actually planted my second field the day that Daniel got here.
And so did you get to see any of the planting?
Yeah, I saw it.
Well, that was good, wasn't it?
Right, it was.
But he won't get to see in person the end product, but you'll see it in pictures, I'm sure.
Yeah, I saw it. It's very nice, and maybe I will be also planning pumpkins in Poland, because.
Oh, really?
Yeah, why not? Because we also celebrate Halloween.
Oh, yes. Well, that'll be good, won't it? Yeah. And so do you say how many pumpkins you'll have, or do you say pounds or trucks, or how do you gauge?
Oh, well, of course, we sell the pumpkins by the pound.
By the pound?
Yes.
So how many are you hoping to have this season?
Well, I hope to have about 4 million pounds.
4 million pounds of pumpkins. And Floydata says they're the pumpkin capital. They've never heard of Muleshoe, have they? What about, can you send Daniel one of the pumpkins from this?
That might get a little expensive on the freight.
And what would it be like when it got there? So now, besides the farming and what you've learned from Kelly, from the Kettner family, Deborah and the 3 boys, what is family like? Is it similar to what you experience in Poland, or the way you were raised in Poland, or what's the differences?
Oh, actually, so maybe there's not so big differences, but the family life looks similar. I feel here really very good, like my fast, like with my own family, and I don't feel here foreign or something like that. So I spend very nice time with this family, and like I said, so they are good people, and I feel here good.
And what about your English? When did you learn English, and how did you learn the language?
You really want to know?
I really want to know.
Okay, so I learned English myself, so that's why my English is not correct, maybe. But anyway, I hope that you can understand me.
Oh, I can understand.
Yeah, and I think that I make it better. When I come here, it was very good step to make my English better here. So the family, Kettner's family, and the contact with other people here, was good to make my English better.
Do you have to think in English?
Yeah, so I think in English only because when you try to translate it in your language and later from your language translate it in English, it takes too much time, and it's happened that you forget, so what I want to say, and so you have to do it automatic.
Now, your family business, yes, in just the farm, it's the production then of the products, and who all is involved in all of that? You and your mother and daddy, and anybody else in your family?
My older brother Przemek, his name is Przemek, my mother and father, so we involved of this business, and I have also two younger brother, Marcin and Piotrek, Martin and Peter, but they are 20 and 18 years old, and they study in a university, law, so they are not so often at home, so they just help us in free time, and maybe in future we can do our business much bigger, and they also get some position in this company and in this farm.
And so right now there's your mother and father and your older brother and yourself that are actively involved in the family business. Now you are really are out on the farm too. Now what about your dad and your mother and dad and your brother? Are they farmers?
Yeah, my brother is also farmer. He have also own farm. My father also have farm, and I have my own farm. But like I said, it's family business, so together we have so I with my father about 240 acres, and my brother have an extra 100 acres. So together in this family business we have about 340 acres.
And what about employees? Do you have any employees who assist you?
Yes, I have employees. So in whole year I get job about 30 persons. And in harvest time, so when we have a cucumber harvest or cabbage harvest, it comes to work about 120 persons.
I see.
Yeah.
And so now, when you were in school, did you go on to the university after you graduated? Did you go to?
Yeah, I was studying in Poznań city in Poznań University Life of Science, and later I study also in Germany in Berlin University of Humboldt in Berlin, and later I get a job in John Deere company in factory in Mannheim. I work as a market analytics, and later my boss make a transfer, so I work still with John Deere, but not in the same department. I go work in marketing department, and we prepare a photo shootings program. So it was all pictures to dealers brochure, to these books.
Marketing.
Marketing for the John Deere, pictures to calendars, and a short advertisement. Movie advertisement.
So how long were you in Germany total?
Total, I think about 2.5 years, but only in Germany about 1.5 years, because later 1 year I work still for John Deere, but when I take part in photo shooting program, so I live 2 months in Spain, 2 months in France, and in other countries. And we prepared this photo shooting program. It was very important for John Deere because we prepare a photo shooting program for Series 6, 7, and 8. It was a big premiere in Lisbon, in Portugal. So it was very important event for John Deere company.
Well, I'm sure you learned a lot too. And so how long have you been back after your years at John Deere and in Germany, in Poland, working with your family?
About 3 years.
About 3 years.
Yes.
And so are you married?
Not yet.
Not yet. Can you tell us how old you are?
I am 27.
27. So are all of these young men and women, or are they all men? And are they young?
Yes, they are all. I think they are all either in college or right out of college, and there is women too. So it's not just restricted to men. And like I said, there's 10 of them. So
wonderful. So you've had a wonderful opportunity not only to come to the United States of America, but to come to Texas. You are richly blessed, but ultimately to Muleshoe. And we're so glad that you were able to be here for about 6 weeks, hasn't it been?
Yes, I spent here 6 weeks. In the next week, I left this place. It's sad for me because I spent here my time very good, very nice, and so here lived good people, and I like this part of United States. So state Texas is very, very nice, and when it will be possible, I will visit this place next time, maybe next year. When it will be possible. And
you took a little trip around the 4th of July, and where did you go in other parts of America?
So I was born in 3rd of July. So,
oh, really?
Yeah,
so you took a birthday trip.
Yeah, I connect these 2 days together. Yeah, we celebrate the 4th July and also my birthday party in New York.
New York.
Yes, it was very nice. I know that this is the most important day from United States, and I like it very much. It's like for us in Poland the Independence Day. I saw parade and fireworks. It was very nice.
All in there in New York.
Yes.
And so, did you get to visit any place else besides New York City?
In New York City, I visit Empire State Building, Brooklyn Bridge, on Manhattan Times Square, Wall Street. I make a wishes close to this big bull on the Wall Street. You understand? I hope that it bring me lucky in my business.
Yeah, we do too. But now, did you go to other towns?
Yeah, I was also in Chicago before and in Barrington, close to Chicago. I was also in Appleton and in Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls.
Yes.
We're almost as pretty here as Niagara Falls, don't you think?
Yeah, it was something amazing. Very, very nice.
Yes, it is, I'm sure. Well, I haven't been there in person. But now, I know that you went with the Kettners wherever they went, like to church. What was church here? Do you go to church in Poland?
Yeah, I go to church in Poland. I was here. Yeah, I went here with Kettner's family every Sunday to church. And I won't say that it was very nice for me.
What was the difference in the worship experience?
It was for me experience because actually I am Catholic and Catholic, but for me it don't. The most important is that we believe in the same God, and so the time in church here was good spent time because I have to pray, but also I meet a lot of new people, and what was for me the most important here, that the people meet earlier or after the mass, and they speak each other. They try to do something for the community. Anyway, they cooperate each other. And in Europe and in Catholic Church, it not always looks the same like here.
So it was a fellowship experience, a reaching out experience. Wouldn't you say, Kelly?
Yes. Yes, the very first Sunday he came was when we had Confirmation Sunday. So we had a potluck meal after church, and he really enjoyed that. Thought that was neat that we got together like that and visited and just enjoyed each other's company.
You didn't just go to church as an individual, but you went as a community of worshipers, and more inspirational for fellowship too.
Right, that's correct.
Well, and we are so glad now, Daniel Lesien. I don't want to say it wrong. Daniel Lesien from Poland and Muleshoe, Texas. You're from Muleshoe, Texas too. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're
One step I am here.
and when do you leave?
Excuse me?
When are you leaving?
I leave Muleshoe on Friday, I think so. Yes.
Friday.
Yeah. And my back flight to Poland is on Sunday, but before we meet in close to Houston with the coordinator house. In coordinator house, it is a graduation party. Yeah.
Well, we're glad that you get to graduate from Muleshoe. And it has been so delightful to hear such good things, of course, about our country and our community and the Kettners.
Yeah, I will add that I will say thank you very much, especially Kettner's family. So Kelly, Deborah, Jacob, Riley, and Kyle, that I spent the time with this family so nice, that they was so good for me, and also for whole people from Muleshoe, because they was also nice. And probably I visit this place next time when it will be possible, when I just found free time for me, maybe next holiday. And that's all. And maybe when I can say so, small advertisement. If somebody want to know something more about our company and our farm, so please visit our website. It's www.stan.pl.
Okay, it's STAN.
Yes, STAN.
.pl. Okay, www.stan.pl.
Yes, correct.
That's the website of your company.
Yeah, it's true.
Good.
Yeah.
Great. You can send us some sauerkraut.
Yeah, with pleasure. On for Christmas time, or maybe you will try cooked typical Polish dishes. Is very very tasty. It's sauerkraut mixed with tomato concentrate.
Really?
And with cutted sausages and bacon. Sometimes people added also mushrooms.
Oh, it sounds wonderful. And how do you prepare it or cook it in the oven, in a pan on top of the oven, or
you take a big
stovetop?
I think so, in the stovetop.
Stovetop.
Yeah.
Have you made it for Deborah and the family?
Not yet, but I will try to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.